Alright, let's go. Let's start our speaking test today. Yeah? Yeah, we just skipped some kind of introduction parts or something. Okay, let's jump right in part 1. Yeah? Okay, you can close your book, please. Alright, let's talk about email. What kind of emails do you receive about your work or studies? Yeah. What kinds of emails do you receive about your work or studies? Of course, now you're kind of you're a student, you don't work, right? So you just consider the studies part, all right? So what kinds of emails do you receive about your studies? For example, the kind of email might be some kind of assignments from your teacher at school, or some announcement from school, something like that. Okay? Yeah. So what type of emails? So you can think of something like from your teacher, maybe from your friends as well, right? Related to your studies, your friends can also send you emails, right? They can ask you, hey, did you do that one? Or sorry, I didn't attend the class today. Can you send me the content of it? Something like that. Yeah? Okay, now tell me, what kinds of emails do you receive about your work or studies?
I mostly receive emails about my study. You know, it's from my math teacher. She would send me an email about my schedule and usually remind me to do my homework as well as tell me about the next lessons so I can prepare it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay, good enough. Now, do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends, and why?
I prefer text my friend through messages because nowadays sending a message through phone is I think faster than phone than writing an email. Because nowadays most people just stay online and text through messages. That's their daily things, so it's more convenient.
Okay. Do you reply to emails and messages as soon as you receive them? Why? Why not? Okay. Do you reply to emails and messages as soon as you receive them? As soon as, that means...
As soon as?
Yeah.
For emails, I usually don't really reply to them because it's just reminders to do my assignments and just schedules. But I do reply to my messages as soon as possible because I consider it respectful to the other person to reply to their messages.
Okay. Are you happy to receive emails that are advertising things? Why? Why not?
Most of the time, I don't really mind about those kind of emails because I'm a student, and most of those emails just into furnitures, cooking stuff, and things I don't really interested in. Most of them come already in my spam section in the email, so I don't really mind them.
Okay, yeah. Alright, thank you. Now let's move on to part 2. You can open your book and look at the topic because we don't have a card here, so... Alright, you can have a look at that, describe a hotel that you know, yeah, something like that. Now you have 1 minute to prepare, to take the time, yeah. Let me check it for you. right, time's up. Yeah, okay, now you can speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Are you ready? Yeah, okay, let's go. Remember, you can always look at your notes, okay? You can look at your notes and you also look at the topic here. Just one more thing, you just the most important thing is just to describe a hotel that you know. So that's the main topic. And some other things like you should say where this hotel is or something. You are free to choose to talk about that or not. It's up to you, okay? As long as you can describe a hotel and it's good enough. Let's go.
A hotel that really impressed me is the China hotel. I know this hotel because I stayed on a vacation a few months ago during summer. This hotel was located, in the main street of Giao, like facing the sea. It's a quite big hotel, very luxury, and it has around 28 floors. And when you step inside the hotel, the first thing that greets you is like a very nicely decorated lobby. As well, the receptionist is very nice. The hotel has a kitchen, a dining area, like buffet, a spa, and a pool. I don't really have time to visit those facilities, but I do have time to take a look at it. It's pretty nice and very well maintained. Generally, I think this is a pretty nice hotel and worth to stay in because one, it's like facing the sea, so if you're lucky, you're gonna have a pretty nice view out of the balcony or window. And second, they have a lot of facilities to offer, so you can relax or use your facilities during your free times. And the receptionists and the people work there are pretty nice and friendly as well.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, 2 minutes and 3 seconds, so I think it's okay, it's good enough, yeah? Okay, would you recommend this hotel to your friends?
I think yes.
Yeah.
But, it's a pretty big hotel and expensive to stay in if you're like on vacation with families. Like if you go with tour or book with your friends, I think it's kind of cheaper.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now let's move on to speaking part 3. Yeah, you can close your book again. Okay. Now let's talk about staying in hotels. Yeah. What things are important? Okay. I will give you the remark and the feedback for everything later. Yeah. Let's move on to part 3 now. Okay. What things are important when people are choosing a hotel?
I think the most important thing when choosing a hotel is their quality because it's a place you stay in, and a good hotel is supposed to have like clean bed sheet or very well maintained hotel room and other facilities. The second factor is how safe the surrounding of that hotel is. So you don't kind of get in danger or anything during your stay at that hotel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why do some people not like staying in hotels?
They're not paying.
the previous guests, something, yeah.
The previous, like they don't clean up the trash, the previous guests and stuff. You know? So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good enough. You can just give 1 or 2 examples. It should be okay. Or only one idea should be good enough. As long as you can just explain and maybe come up with some examples, then should be fine. Yeah. No need to just talk about all of the reasons in the world. No need. Just 1 or 2 should be more than enough. Yeah. Okay. Do you think staying in a luxury hotel is a waste of money?
I think most luxury hotels have really nice like room decor as well as facilities. So it gives them like good quality and good services during their stay. So it's not really kind of waste of money. And you know, if you never stayed in a luxury hotel before and you want to, you know, do it for the experience, I think it's worth a try.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk about working in a hotel. Do you think hotel work is a good career for life?
I think it depends on which position you're applying for, but you know, generally, I think it's a good start to your career. Like, you know, when you first start working, applying into a hotel can be good for learning because most of the job you apply for at a hotel require you to like work with people, teamwork, and stuff like that.
How does working in a big hotel compare with working in a small hotel?
I think working in a big hotel can sometimes be tiring because if it's a big hotel, it can sometimes have like rush hours, you know, where guests come and go a lot of time. So you're gonna have to like work a lot more when working than comparing in working in small hotels. As well as, you know, you're gonna have to meet a lot more people when working in a big hotel compared to working in a small one.
Okay. What skills are needed to be a successful hotel manager? Yeah, just come up with something. Just 1 or 2 things. Make it simple. One thing is good enough.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what skills are needed to be a successful hotel manager?
I think the most important skill is your management skills, because if you're working in a big hotel, you're gonna have to manage a lot of work, like creating, you know, setting up the guest schedules or greeting the guests, as well as manage a lot of other activities in the hotels. Another skill is that you're gonna have good communication skills, because sometimes, you know, if there's some guests complaining and you're gonna have to stand up and resolve the problem, you're gonna have good communication skill in order to resolve the issues on both sides.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of our speaking test. So generally speaking, you did a great job there. Okay, so you understood all the questions and you deliver good quality or high quality answers as well. Your vocabulary was really good as well. Just sometimes, when you didn't really understand the answers and you just asked me. So when I explained that to you, and then you already give very good answers. But be very careful, because not all the time in the real exams, not all the time when you ask the teacher to an examiner to explain things or to repeat that one, then probably they may move on to the next one. Okay, yeah, it just depends on the person. Sometimes they may explain it, but I don't think they will explain the questions very clearly to you. Okay, they might repeat the questions again, but if you keep asking the same question again and again, they may move to something else. Okay, they won't take time to explain things, because that's the test, right? But at your level, as long as you understand the questions, I believe that you could answer them very well. You always think carefully, and you go on the right track. So that's really good. That's good about you. Yeah, you understood all the questions, and your answers were really good as well. Good content. Your grammar was also very good, except like sometimes you kind of messed up between the tenses. Okay, like sometimes you need to use the simple past tense instead of present tense. Okay, like in part 2, describe a hotel, because you were talking about a hotel you used to come like a couple of months ago, right? So so then that means that you need to use the simple past tense quite a lot. Okay, of course sometimes something you can use the simple present tense, but when you talk about your experience and what you saw there, so you need to use the simple past tense. Most of our things, I think you did well, yeah. And for that reason, I think that your mark will be somewhere, I think, above 6.5, somewhere like 6.5, 6 to 7, 6.5 to 7. But because you sometimes you got stuck somewhere, yeah, and you require a lot of kind of 3 to 5 seconds, a little bit more to think of the answers. So maybe that may affect your point. So be very careful of that. Yeah? Of course, it's very natural when you stop for a couple of seconds and then you think about the answers, and then yeah, before delivering the answers. But in general, it's good. Yeah. Yeah, so you can get 6.5 to 7, but if you can stay calm and you really understand the questions, and I'm pretty sure you can get somewhere like 7. Okay? Yeah. It really depends, okay? Depends on the topic and things, yeah, and yeah.
I think this time topic is pretty simple.
Yeah. Yeah, you're very familiar with, if they're asking about a hotel, if you're kind of a person who often goes somewhere and then you often stay in a hotel, you have a lot of ideas to talk about that. But for example, like someone like me, I just work all the time and I didn't go, travel a lot for many years. And actually, if you ask me about a hotel that I really know, that really impressed me, I don't think I can tell you the name immediately, But there's always a way to answer that, okay? Even though I don't have any name or any kind of hotel in my mind, but at least I still can answer that. Okay, so that's it for our speaking test.